right. Hey, guys. It's me again. I'm John.
Hey, I'm Paul.
And this is What If Geeks. And we are actually going to do episode 7B because we announce our episodes as we're recording them, and we're amateurs, so we forgot that there's this big Super Bowl game coming up Sunday. So 7 just dropped on Monday, and we want to drop this one tonight, talking about some of the stuff that we expect to see as far as trailers, commercials, whatever. So, we got some filler content we're going to throw out here. But, I just came up with this idea while I was at work today. Just, hey, you want to try to guess what kind of commercials and trailers we're going to see on Sunday? But we got to kind of drop it. And we already named episode 8 that you guys will get later. So, that's my fault. I fucked up.
7.1, we'll call it.
There you go.
7.1, 7B. I like it.
7B. All right. So that's that. So we'll get into the Super Bowl here in a little bit. First things first, because, we live in lovely, sunny Florida. It's not so sunny right now.
Sunny, no, it is cold. It's 50 degrees, something like that, outside, which I know if you're listening to this up north and you're having that polar vortex thing, and it's like, it's negative 30, screw you guys.
Yeah, we said this before.
50's cold.
It's why we moved down here, because we can't handle it anymore.
Correct.
Fuck that. Negative 60 up in, Minnesota with the wind chill.
Yeah.
You can keep that.
You can have it. But because we live in Florida, we are fascinated by what has become known as Florida Man stories. And you probably see these even in other parts of the country. Seriously, the strangest stuff happens down here. And I don't know why all of the recesses of the gene pool have made their way down here. Maybe gravity has taken them.
They were attracted to the equator.
Yes, and pulled them into here. But literally the craziest news stories that you hear usually start with Florida man, blah, blah, blah. So
we go any further,
we crack each other up by finding Florida man stories. And so John has one and I have one. And why don't you go first?
Okay, yeah, because you're really excited. So
I am excited about mine.
All right. Yeah, this one I saw a couple of days ago. So a Florida man thought he was stealing drugs, not laxatives. So apparently this dude stole a bunch of drugs, took them, and then he had to run to the shitter.
He thought they were drugs, and it turned out to be laxatives?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So I guess that was a pain in his ass. But okay. So, yeah, that was mine. Yeah, he doesn't pay attention to...
Where does that guy live?
Oh, let's see. In Florida. Oh, he's in Florida. Wait, it said somewhere... Pinellas Park.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Pinellas Park. There you go. You're welcome. Hey, he's 56, too. You'd think he might have learned.
You'd think.
All right, go ahead.
All right, here's mine. Now, this is an offshoot of the Florida man. This is Florida woman. Florida woman shot at gas station after giving oral sex for $5 and bag of chips. I'm not making that up. There's the headline.
Okay.
$5 and bag of chips. Oh, hold on.
You win.
Hold on. A Florida woman was shot at a Shell gas station in Jacksonville after allegedly performing oral sex on a man who shot her after the fact. According to local police, the woman agreed to the sexual act in exchange for $5 cash and a bag of potato chips, reports NBC2. The victim, who was eventually rushed to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, got into an argument with the shooter when he allegedly demanded his money back after the brief encounter. It's unclear if the shooter was simply discontent with the arrangement or he planned on robbing the woman all along. It also hasn't been confirmed if he requested the bag of chips to be returned. That is my favorite story for so many reasons.
So what you're saying is she might have gotten shot twice.
First of all,
you're welcome.
They call out this poor guy because they know it was a brief encounter. So they're already ragging on this guy for not lasting very long. How bad, not trying to be sexist, but seriously, if you're going to offer oral sex for only $5 and a bag of chips, there's got to be something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And what kind of chips were they?
Come on.
That's the kind of thing I want to know.
I don't know. Funyuns are pretty good.
$5 and a bag of barbecue chips. Or sour cream and onion.
Yeah. You know what? Go for the Pringles or something.
Right? Splurge on the
cool
splurge on the lady and splurge, excuse me, was the word I meant.
He did both.
Splurge and get some Cool Ranch or something. The least you can do.
Shit.
She blew you for $5.
Where did you find that one? Mine was just random on MSN.
It was so there's a Reddit channel of Florida Man stuff.
Okay, that's where I'm going.
And so I saw this and I'm like, nope, this is the winner.
Okay, anyone listening, please share Florida Man stories. I know there's also something I want to try later on once I start getting a lot of these stories together. I want to play a guessing game with Paul, and maybe if we have like a guest come on or something, guess whether or not it's a Florida Man kind of thing. You know, just tell a story and don't tell you where it's from, and see if you can guess whether or not it's actually Florida or if it's like another part of the country. So we'll see. But that was amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, that's an awesome story.
Holy shit.
Paid her $5. Then he's going to rob her. Like, I'm going to take my... Watch this. I'm going to get this, and I'm going to get my $5 back.
You know what? Now, how many times has he already done that?
Right.
Damn.
I'm going to let you keep the chips, though. You're welcome.
That's horrible. All right. So, Jesus. Wow, you screwed me up on that one. All right, moving on. That was funny. So now we're going to go on to... we want to talk about Super Bowl and everything else. Oh, you know, fun fact. We can say Super Bowl all we want because we're not getting any money out of it. But any of these radio stations or whoever who, like, try to... whenever you hear them say big game, it's because they've got some type of contest or something going on. So we don't. So
and they're not officially affiliated with the NFL or something.
Right.
So yeah,
they
say,
gotta
the big game.
The big game. So we can say Super Bowl all we want because we ain't making a fucking thing that it is. But yeah. So you know, this year it's the Patriots and the Rams.
The Rams. Boring.
Yeah. So you know, neither one of us are fans. I'm a Giants fan, so you already know how my life is going.
Yeah, I'm a Steelers fan, and we did not even make the playoffs this year.
There you go. Well, see. So we're in the same boat. So we've decided that instead of sitting around watching the Super Bowl this year, we're taking our families over to Disney and hanging out for the day. So it's going to be the What If Geek family, entourage, all of us together hanging out. And then I'm going to record it, and we're going to check the commercials and the trailers. Because that's really all I'm into this year. Lately, it's kind of all I'm into.
Yeah, I'm as a Steelers fan and the team with the most Super Bowl championships in NFL history. I'm hoping the Patriots do not win. So
yeah, like I don't care. Like I said earlier, before we got on the air, I told Paul my brother is a Patriots fan by marriage, so I can root for them. You know, I'm a Packers fan by marriage, so you know I get it. I'd root for them. I got plenty of friends that are Patriots fans. I don't care. Whatever. You know, go ahead. I'm really just rooting for some cool trailers and some funny commercials. I'm dying to see what Budweiser and Doritos do because they always come up with something cool.
Yep.
So yeah. So we're gonna get into that. But before I get into that, I have to tell you, if I can get this article back up and running again. So apparently the Saints-Rams game that I totally missed, and I'm still not sure as to what the hell the call was. I know it was a pass interference call, but apparently there was a few calls that didn't go the Saints' way, and everyone was losing their fucking minds in Louisiana. So they've petitioned to have the game go into a do-over. And as of, let's see... the 28th, which was, yesterday? This article on MSN said that it's gone to the federal court. All right, look. I know football's important. I love football. I love it. I mean, our kids play it. They play flag football. Paul coaches. We love this sport.
Yep.
However, I mean, you guys are always complaining about, like, hurricanes and shit, and you can't build up stuff, and your biggest problem right now is a playoff game? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got other shit to worry about.
Yeah, it's, what are we, 5 days from the game, the Super Bowl. The teams are already there. They're not going to rerun that game.
Yeah.
Or the last two plays, or because it was one of the final plays of the game where it was very clearly pass interference. The DB didn't turn around, just knocked him down. It was very clear. Should have been super clear. There's a ref right there you can see in the there's a still picture of the play, and the DB just laying him out, and there's a ref right there that should be able to see it. There was no call.
Okay, I get it.
And it would have put it really close to the end zone, and presumably the Saints could have, should have won.
Right.
But yeah, there's no way to know that. And there's no, the NFL has the ability to call for, right, replaying any or all of the game if they wanted to. They've been pretty quiet on it overall, and the commissioner hasn't said anything. They're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Just one of those things.
Yeah, that's how I see it. And it's just a lot of wasted time on everybody's part. Again, I mean, and we don't get political unless we think it's funny, but there's enough shit going on in the world. I mean, geez, they literally just brought the federal government back like it's the McRib.
Right.
All right, so can we just settle the fuck down and not bother the court system with this petty bullshit? Sorry.
Every year there's someone who sues because I only got to take my kid to one basketball game, and it was the game that they sat LeBron James, and that's not fair. And there's always one of those, and it never goes anywhere in this one either.
Oh yeah, no, I love watching people burn their jerseys and do. I'm like, look, I love sports too. I love everything. I love Star Wars. Well, you didn't see me burning lightsabers and shit after Last Jedi. But,
right. I
mean, and we'll get into that here in a little while. But I've got all loves that I do, but it's just really you gotta be reasonable. You gotta be realistic.
Yep.
It's not killing you that they didn't make it. They'll go again. I mean, the Saints are a great team.
Yep.
They're going to be there. So, all right, I thought that was funny that it actually made it to federal court when, we can't keep the fucker open anyway. So whatever. That's probably why it went, because they were like, whatever, it'll be shut down in a couple weeks. So who cares? So, all right. So going on now, I probably got to grab my notebook and find my list of movies for 2019 so that I can have a little bit of a better talking point, because I didn't do it before. So we'll pause here for a second. That'll be good.
We'll be right back.
Let me get my notes. All right, so we're back again. Now I've got some notes written down, and I might have to still go to my notebook, but at least I have it turned to the right page this time. So while we were flipping through notes, I mentioned something to Paul that since we have all these award shows coming up, I had an idea that came to me the other day, and I threw it by him, and he seems to like it. We have the Screen Actors Guild Awards, and the Oscars are coming up at the end of February.
People's Choice Awards.
People's Choice Awards, right? The Razzies. The Razzies are always fun. The MTV, the Kids Awards, all that kind of shit. I said, what if we come up with our own awards for our show? Just shit that we love.
Yep.
So we've come up with the Geekies. I'm not sure. He started writing down a bunch of subjects because he ran with it like a maniac as soon as I said it. He was like, that's great. So, okay, every once in a while I have a good idea.
Yep.
It usually takes me at least 7 or 8 times. So, this one, we're going to write that one down. That was a good idea for me. Yay me. We're going to come up with that the week before the Oscars. I think we're going to try to do that.
Yes.
That was Tuesday
We'll record 19th. It on the 19th. The Oscars are on the 24th.
Yeah, so we'll record it on the 19th. It'll drop right before the Oscars, probably on the 20th or the 21st. So anyone who is listening, throw some ideas out. I'll take Paul's ideas and we'll kind of mesh them together this week, and I'll throw them up on Facebook, and we'll maybe even Instagram or whatever, kind of like the categories, what we're going to come up with. And you guys can kind of, if you have fun categories, not just movies, we're looking at everything that we talk about. So everything in geek culture. It could be, it doesn't necessarily have to be from this year. We'll modify this as we go over the years. But it could be, favorite movie from this year. It could be favorite geek movie of all time. Whatever. And we'll just kind of come up with a bunch of topics, comic book series like that. I just said I threw Darth Vader into the ring because I just got done reading that. So that was my current favorite series that I've been reading. Walking Dead, I love that. So whatever. TV series, comic books, video games, whatever. 80s stuff. Throw it out there, and we're going to do the same, and we'll figure this out, and we'll cut an episode on the Geekies.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah. If I could say Geekies without slurring, it'd be great. But whatever. I was trying to come up with something. But all All right, so the geekies it is. So that's going to be interesting. That's our next thing. All right, so moving on to what we had to pause for. So Super Bowl Sunday. We already said neither one of us is going to be actually watching the game unless we just...
Not live.
Yeah,
Not live.
Yeah. I don't foresee cutting Disney short because you just don't cut Disney short. We're going to go hang out all day and all night, whatever, and then we'll come back and we'll watch the game. So what kind of commercials and trailers mostly for this show, but I like the commercials too, so I kind of like...
They're one of the best parts.
A lot of them. Yeah. So what are any of the ones that you might be thinking about?
So commercial-wise, the favorites are typically Doritos always does something great. I miss the days of the Bud Bowl. Do you remember the Bud Bowl commercials when they'd have the Bud Light Bud bottles play each other? Those are always good. But the the beer company, so Budweiser typically does really good commercials. They've done a couple in the past years, like the Clydesdale commercials that have been sort of tearjerker kinds. Yeah.
And apparently ever since we had Noah, not only did he somehow break something in my wife, where she constantly cries over everything nowadays. She never did before. Like, nothing could get to her. Like, she was, like, emotionless. It was hilarious. He broke something in her. Since he was born, I guess because I've been away from having little kids for so long, I shut that part of me off. It's back again. So, like, I see shit that's either got to do with animals or kids or whatever. And I know I've said this before. Like, when I see anything like that, like, get hurt in a movie, I got to, like, turn around, Because otherwise, someone will see something, and I'm like, no, there's some shit in the air.
Yeah, something in my eye.
Yeah. So, I choke up whenever I see those damn military ones, especially, come close to home because I'm a 20-year veteran. Yeah. Yeah, you see those,
any of those ones
surprise ones where they show out of nowhere and they show
the kid turns around school. And there's his dad or there's his mom.
Yeah, I'm crying like an idiot at work. I'm supposed to... I'm on my lunch break. Right. Like, oh, this popped up. What the hell is this? Fucking moron. So any like the Clydesdales one. There was one a couple of years ago where with the dog. The dog was running around with the Clydesdales all the time.
Yep.
And then, kind of like
then he recognized him later at a parade.
Yeah, like he was an honorary Clydesdale, whatever. Yep. One of the best ones they ever did was the. And we'll go over some old ones too. So here you go. Comment in the comments. Let us know in the comments or shoot us an email that I'm an asshole and I can't talk. But let us know what your some of your most memorable Super Bowl commercials have been, because I can name a few of them off the top of my head. Like after 9/11, being from New York, they posted that Super Bowl. It was like right before the Super Bowl they came out with the commercial because it was so close. But they kept it for the Super Bowl, and it was the Clydesdales going through the snow all the way through the streets.
Right.
And then they get to the site of the World Trade Center, and they take a knee.
Yep.
That floored me. Floored me. But, So, I'm looking forward to that one. And I'm a Bud Light guy anyway. So,
what was last year? Was it last year or the year before? Puppy Monkey Baby?
Oh, my God. Yeah, that one never left me.
Yeah.
That was really... Oh no, the Doritos with the guy sitting. He's a single dude, young dude sitting on his couch, whatever, and he's like babysitting his friend's dog or whatever, and like the dog will fetch anything.
Yep.
And at last, like get me a bear, and then the dog takes off and brings him back a fucking bear.
Yeah.
I about pissed my pants, and nobody in the room saw it because they were all talking.
Right.
And I watched it, and I was just like, that was the funniest fucking thing I've seen all night. It was epic. So Doritos and Budweiser pretty much got the commercials down.
Yeah.
Some of the car ones are pretty cool, but mostly it's the Doritos.
Mostly yeah. And we'll see if Pepsi decides that they're gonna solve world hunger or peace again through one of the Jenners and a can of soda.
Oh yeah. Don't do that again, please. Can you just stop with your bullshit? Sorry. I don't know how to keep it generic.
Right.
it's just you dumb shit. Okay, just stop.
What movie trailers do you think we're going to see?
All right, so one I've heard a lot about Star Wars Episode 9 is not going to show up. I've heard that through a few news articles.
Right.
And one of my friends just told me the other day, he was like, hey, did you hear, nothing on Star Wars? I'm like, that's the rumor I'm hearing too. Now, it could be a surprise.
What's the release date? That comes out end of the year, right?
December, yeah. So they've got time, but...
And they could release it at Comic-Con. They could drop it at Comic-Con and there'd be a complete
D23? I forget.
nerdgasm.
When's D23? That already happened? Or June,
so.
whatever. Yeah, you can look it up. But yeah, Comic-Con, they could do it. That's probably when they'll do it. But it could be a surprise because the other thing I read was that Disney picked up an undisclosed number of spots for the Super Bowl. So they spent a butt ton of money to get commercials out there. So I'm thinking that you're going to see trailers for at least the other Marvel movies.
D23 is August 23rd through 25th.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You know what? Yeah, then
you could drop it there.
Or, May 4th.
Yes.
Duh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Star Wars Day.
The very last, quote-unquote, last Skywalker movie.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So any one of those days. So my money would be on not seeing it at the Super Bowl, but they have surprised us before. But I'd bet on not seeing it.
Right.
It's not too early because they did the Force Awakens trailer. The Chewie We're Home. That was on Monday Night Football. That wasn't even on Super Bowl.
Right.
So I mean that was way early. So I wouldn't. I don't think we're gonna see it. Yeah, I think Captain Marvel has dropped 3 now.
Yeah.
So you
could have a longer trailer.
Yeah, you're probably going to see a mashup or.
Didn't they just do one at the national championship game?
Yeah, so you probably
college
just see the
national
same one.
championship, yeah.
But I bet one of the spots is definitely Captain Marvel because it's coming out in like a month and a half, 2 months.
Right.
So that's definitely going to pop up there. I'd say Avengers Endgame, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the teaser. Now, the news articles that I read said, we mentioned this before, the only thing you're going to see in any of the trailers is like the first 12 minutes of the movie.
Right. The trailers will all be taken from the first 12 minutes?
Yeah.
Right.
So, now, good.
Right.
Good. But, on the flip side of that, it's also a Super Bowl trailer. So, you're probably going to see something that's different than the teaser.
Right.
What could you possibly see that's still in the first 12 minutes? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like here, you've only seen everybody kind of being like, okay, we got our asses handed to us, and well, that's the perfect way to, come about after Infinity War. But what could you see? Maybe Ant-Man talking to them or something? Because like that's the clip at the end of the.
Right, he rings the doorbell.
Yeah, so maybe him talking to them, trying to tell them about the quantum realm or something.
Maybe. I don't want them to spoil it, so I would be okay if they just did a longer teaser trailer and just do nothing but show sad heroes that survived the dusting.
Show me a little bit more of that.
Yep.
Show me, I don't know, you can even show me like 30 seconds of Banner trying to talk to the Hulk because he's alive, so at least he's talking to the Hulk, whatever. That was another side thought I had a while ago was, could you imagine if like in the snap Banner stayed and the Hulk was gone? But obviously Hulk's there. He's going to be there.
You could you could just do news because it'd be interesting to see news if news were out of that realm, right? Like a news story of how many people died and what happened.
Yeah.
Like you could just do all sort of aftermath
the
stuff.
The panic in the streets, kind of the news trying to cover it. Like what the hell just happened? And because they do, I guess in the prequel comics, which I'm gonna have to try to find now, they're calling it the decimation. Where all the fans called it the snapping.
Yeah, the snapping,
which was amazing.
I like
it. Great, but obviously, they're not going to call it that because they have no idea what happened. So they're calling it the decimation. So, what if you can even like start on Earth and then like do news broadcasts all over the universe? Holy shit, that would be epic! All right, I just wrote you a trailer. Sorry, it's 5 days before the
Hurry up and make that. Hurry up and make that.
Oh shit, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, so if they just all talk about what happened with the decimation and nobody knows and whatever, but we're looking to America's heroes or whatever, and well, hell, the Avengers weren't even really technically around because of Civil War.
Right.
So, you know, they don't know who to turn to. That'd be kind of cool.
Yep.
All right. So, yeah, I think that one's definitely going to be there. I think Captain Marvel would just be a repeat. Going down, since Disney supposedly bought a bunch of spots, I would say you're definitely going to see stuff like Aladdin. You probably see a full-blown trailer for that.
Yeah.
That comes out... hang on. Filler talk. Bullshit. Paper. All right, yeah, May 24th. Yeah, okay. So you're going to see that. I would say anything up to the middle of the year, you're probably going to see a trailer for.
Right.
Anything after that, you might see a teaser, but that's about it. I think Aladdin, you're going to see a full-blown Will Smith, Genie. Hopefully he's at least blue. I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about this movie. They've been...
I don't know that that's going to go over well.
I don't think it is. But they've been doing such a good job with the turning the cartoons, the animated ones, into the real-life ones,
right,
that I'm rooting for it. And I, at least, like I said when we talked last time during our anticipation of 2019, I read an article about Will Smith talking about how he wasn't trying to step on anything Robin Williams did, but he didn't leave him a whole lot for the role.
Right.
So at least I respect him in that sense. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm hoping you do something with it. But I kind of, just feel like he's going to be like, Fresh Prince, like, woo!
Right.
Men in Black,
yeah,
singing, whatever. Cool. I don't know. We'll see. I hope.
It feels like that's the thing that's going to be made the most fun of.
I think so, yeah. Out of all of them, it's going to be that one. And it sucks because... all right, we'll get into the social justice bullshit with the characters, how they whitewashed this and that and whatever, like, Scarlett Johansson playing Ghost in the Shell or whatever, right? Disney went out and found people of Arabic descent or whatever. Don't quote me on that, but they looked apart, and from what I was reading, they went out and they found people that fit the role.
Right.
So they made an effort. You know what I mean? And that's now. I'm not saying don't do that. I agree with that. That in fact, that's exactly what you do. That's where you say yes. You go find these people,
right? As
opposed to the last time we were talking when I said stop just changing race over people for no effing reason.
Right.
Yeah, you're talking Aladdin and Jasmine and yeah, and you know what? Go find me a fucking parrot that can talk, whatever,
right.
Whatever. But do it the right way. Make them of Egyptian descent or wherever you're going to say they're from.
Right.
Do these things the right way. You did Black Panther really well.
Yep.
Hopefully this can be their Black Panther, but I don't know with the Genie. That's my biggest hang up is the Genie right now.
Yep.
Because I just don't see how he can do it and not. He's going to get compared.
You can't not get compared, right?
Yeah.
It's one of the best performances even through an animated movie. Yeah.
Yeah, which is ridiculous when
Yep.
you think it's an animated friggin' movie, but just overall, it's just such a great performance that there's not much left, like he said. So
yeah.
Hopefully, I wish him well.
And even when they did this, I don't think Robin Williams is in the Aladdin sequel or any of the stuff that went straight to video. They did a voice of a guy trying to do a Robin Williams impersonation, and it's terrible. Like, you immediately can tell.
Yeah.
Or any of the other stuff. Coleman and my kids watch, House of Mouse. Sometimes those mm-hmm. sort of early 2000s, I guess, were on the Disney Channel. Those and when Aladdin and Genie are on there, it's someone doing a bad Robin Williams impersonation, and you can tell, and it stinks.
Yeah, and look, and like I said, I don't wish Will Smith any ill. I mean, I like him. I like him in a lot of stuff. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Depending on the movie, like this one, I think they've got the right guy to rein him in. You get stuff like Suicide Squad or whatever, where anytime you cast him, I always worry that it's going to be a Will Smith vehicle.
Right.
And that's exactly what Suicide Squad became. While it was fun, at the end, you had that Will Smith. He's got to make the shot. He's got to do this. He's got to. So that's what it becomes. And again, look, you're a great actor. You did a great job. I mean, I loved you in Men in Black. I loved you in a lot of things. Even was it The Pursuit of Happiness or 12 Pounds or whatever. Some of those other movies that he's done that I'm like, wow, these are really good. He's great, but there are those movies that just become him. Like Wild Wild West.
Right.
It was all about, okay, look, can he make a theme song and act in the movie for a little while? Okay, slap it on it and go. I know Disney's not going to do that in this case, so I'm really hoping he finds just a little bit that he can kind of run with it.
Yeah.
But I really think we're going to see that trailer Sunday.
Yeah.
I think so.
And I think Monday it'll be the most made fun of and memed thing of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, because the one picture they showed of him at Entertainment Weekly, whatever, they were like, he looks like Sinbad on crack or whatever. Sinbad went on a keto diet. Yeah. Yeah. So that one, I think Lion King.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see Lion King.
They'll do, I don't know when Dumbo comes out. But,
Dumbo.
But I think like Aladdin, Lion King, Dumbo, all of the Disney.
Toy Story. Toy Story 4.
From animation to live action, I think are going to be in there, and then they'll slip it on Toy Story.
Yeah, I think that'll be like the big one. Like nobody's like kind of like right at halftime, or one of those. Yeah. Something big's coming. That's when Toy Story 4 is going to drop.
And you could drop a teaser of Toy Story 4, and people will lose their minds. Yeah,
well, they did. They started making fun of Sporky or Forky or whatever the hell his name was. But so now obviously that one's going to be. All about them trying to find Bo Peep, which I'm interested in. I'd love to see because she got sold in a yard sale, so I'd like to see. Maybe it's just like a flashback kind of sequence.
Right.
It could be something that's not even in the movie because they've done that shit before too. Like where they just say, they show flashbacks of Toy Story 1 and them hanging out, whatever, and then you see her get sold, and none of that's really even in the movie. If it is, it's in there for like 30 seconds, whatever, and that's your trailer, and it'd be great. And I saw a recent picture of Bo Peep. And I was like, holy shit, okay, yeah, cool. So I'm already all in on this movie, so you're good. So that's, as far as the Disney ones, I think those are all the ones that I can think of. I'll have to look through the rest of the year and kind of figure out.
When's Dark Phoenix come out?
Yeah. That one's coming out soon. It's, hang on, June 7th. So I'm pretty sure you're going to see a trailer. I'm also... Yeah, this one's going to run a little bit longer than we expected because we're breaking down what we expected of this shit, too. I've already heard it's a shit show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like complete dumpster fire. I'm like, oh.
They going like rewrites or reshoots?
Yeah. And now, mind you, I've listened to enough pundits who discuss rewrites and everything, and I know enough about it that every film has rewrites already scheduled and allotted for. But... yeah, apparently it was just so bad. That I don't know. I wish it well, but at the same time, you're talking right before the whole final merger and everything. This is like the last one or two. You can get this and possibly New Mutants because that's still even up in the air.
Right.
So, it doesn't matter. I mean, I think that's kind of like where Fox went with it. Like, well, whatever, we're bought out.
Just get it
Shove out the lemon, quick.
Get it out there.
Yeah. Is that a Prius? Whatever. Fuck it. So yeah, I don't know, but I think you'll see a trailer for that one because it's in June, and they're gonna try to get as much attention to it as possible. Hopefully, it'll be at least decent. If not, then I wish Disney well with trying to make a good Dark Phoenix story because I think they can do it.
Yeah.
So I think if you really ramp it into the whole MCU, that could be really cool because they do the space stuff, so you can really get like the Shi'ar Empire and everything.
But they're not going to redo the movie.
No.
So
no.
This is their one stab at it.
Yeah, this is it. But well, they've already taken one stab at it with X-Men Last Stand, and that. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Anyway, so yeah, X-Men maybe. Going back over the other ones, I think you're going to see another one for Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen this trailer, at first...
It looks good.
Yeah, at first I was like, when they first announced it, I was like, really? Everything you can possibly do with this friggin' movie, Detective Pikachu. What the fuck? And then I heard Ryan Reynolds' voice, and I was like, okay, I'm in. I was like, I'm good. Okay, yeah. So that one I think is going to be a good one. Yeah, what do you think? Before I keep going,
Yeah,
I keep rambling on, so all they hear is me talking. So
no, I think you're right. I'm looking down at your list. You've got Godzilla. How many more of those are we going to do? How many more Godzilla movies are we doing?
Well, this one's King of the Monsters,
right?
So this is when now, mind you,
We doing Gamera? We doing Gamera or Mothra or what are we doing?
Yeah,
King Kong.
Yeah, no, well, except King Kong, keep going. Because, yeah, they're doing all of them, apparently.
There's like
Mothra, they're all going to be in there.
Like a Royal Rumble of giant radioactive monsters.
I think, like, at the end is when King Kong shows up or something. Because they're going to do Godzilla versus King Kong.
Right.
That's why they did the Kong Skull Island, and he was so friggin' big.
Yeah.
Because they were...
Oh, because he has to fight Godzilla?
Yeah. Because they were trying to figure out...
They're going to roll him out, like literally like the Royal Rumble, like every 6 minutes a new monster comes in, and whoever's still standing...
Oh, my God. I hope they put a ticker at the bottom.
Yeah.
So
it's like Godzilla and Gamera, and then in 6 minutes, Mothra comes in, and whoever's standing fights him, and then 6 more minutes, whoever's left when Mothra
King
Ghidorah
loses. Comes out to John Cena's music.
Right. Kamala, the African giant. I think y'all want to.
Oh, okay. Hang on 1 second. All right, so that was Godzilla, King of Monsters.
Tag team event.
Yeah. All right, so sorry, my son came to say goodnight. It's getting, well, it's nowhere near late. Who I can.
So we're having the radiated monster Royal Rumble with Godzilla.
Yep, that should be good.
And then...
I'm kind of looking forward to it, but the first trailer that we saw, it made it seem like it was okay. It showed like the whole world going to hell, and these Titans are supposed to be the ones that protect the Earth. But watching the trailer, we're the problem. So, which I mean, we are, but I mean, we're the issue with the Earth. So, I don't know who to root for.
Right?
I'm like, I don't. So I think Godzilla is somehow like the one who's supposed to be like protecting humanity and the Earth at the same time. I don't know. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. But I think that one's gonna show up too. That should be good.
That'll be for a lot of people. Like they still make Godzilla. They still make Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to be like, "We're still doing this."
What happened to Matthew Broderick?
Yeah,
I know. No. It was the one time we made him a girl. Hey, there you go. Godzilla was transgender. You're welcome. All right. So yeah. All right. What else do you think?
No, I think you've got it, and we've touched on most of them. I see a Men in Black on here.
I think that's going to be a big trailer.
You got John Wick Chapter 3.
Yeah, that'll pop.
Star Wars, no. Captain Marvel, we talked about. Yeah, and then there'll be the non sort of geek movies.
Yeah, you'll have
stuff
I haven't even looked at, but yeah, you'll have your random whatever rom-coms or whatever.
Yeah.
Something's going to pop on there. I think Spider-Man: Far From Home will either replay the trailer you just got, or it'll come up with something new. But I think because it's June and July, I forget which, but it's in there. So July, 4th of July weekend, July 5th.
Yeah, and they'll need to. I mean, Super Bowl commercials are expensive, but it's where all the eyeballs are. So it's worth.
And that's the only Sony one I think of. I know he's part of the MCU, but they'll probably get some backing from Marvel for that.
Yeah.
So,
but it's probably worth doing a Spider-Man trailer.
So. Yeah. Like I said, even if you show half of the same trailer, because you've seen that before too, you'll see maybe if it's a minute and a half, you'll see 30 seconds of the same shit and then like a full minute of new stuff.
Right.
But there's not a lot you can show without giving away too much in this movie. But it looks good. So we already know we're going to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks good. But I think that might be that's the final one. Outside of that, just looking at like the list of whatever we had there. Maybe It Chapter 2 drops. Oh wait, no, Hobbs and Shaw. I read that they're going to be there, so you're going to see Hobbs and Shaw, the Fast and Furious spinoff.
Yeah,
you'll see that one. That'll be there. It Chapter 2, I'd love to see that, just because I know they're wrapping up that. Well, maybe the Joker, but then now you're getting out to like you're almost a year away from the rest of these movies, So unless you see like a Frozen 2 or something like that, some random thing like that, I don't think you're going to see too much more of that. But I know Hobbs and Shaw. I don't think you're going to see too much else.
And anything that comes out at the end of the year, like we said, you could drop the trailer at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And light that universe up.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's at that point, that's what they're waiting for.
Right.
So I think, of course, hey, I'm rooting for Playmobil the movie. So, you know what? I'm going to root wholeheartedly for that movie. Okay. For those of you who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, Playmobil the movie is coming out on August 16th. Playmobil was these figures that we played with that were, I don't know, 2 inches, about 2 inches tall, similar to Legos, but
they have hands like Legos.
Yes, they have hands like Legos, but it was a similar thing to Legos, but it wasn't a whole bunch of blocks. You just kind of like assembled the stuff together and
the big
whatever.
Castle or the the police station.
There was some assembly, but there wasn't really. It
wasn't bricks
as
like Lego. Yeah.
But for me, Playmobil was more along what I was playing with at the time than Legos. Then I got into Legos. So Playmobil, they announced the movie. I've seen literally nothing, and I've done no investigation whatsoever. But I'm rooting wholeheartedly for this just because Lego Movie blew my friggin' mind.
Yeah.
Emoji Movie made me want to shoot my friggin' eyes out, but whatever. I never watched it.
I got through half of it. I turned it off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's bad.
Yeah. So I'm rooting for the Playmobil movie. I'm dying to see a trailer just to see if it can at least kind of capture that Lego spirit.
Yep.
And be its own thing at the same time. I don't know. You know what? You can just mirror Lego, and I'll be fine with it. At least you can get a couple of straight DVD movies. It'd be all right. But yeah, so we'll see. Those are my predictions. I think we pretty much agree on everything.
Yeah.
Right down the line. This is kind of the first half of the year you're going to see on Sunday. So let us know what you guys think.
You know what we should do is we should do a follow-up. What we saw
on Tuesday.
Yeah. What do we like?
Yeah.
What commercials were the best? What stunk?
Because
were we right about trailers?
Go ahead. Now we're at a point where we can decide if we're just going to drop it immediately that night, or yay, look at that. All 2 of you should be happy that we can go live. Well, no, we can't go live yet. That's our next.
Live. Yeah,
that's our next thing. My next goal is to figure out how we can go live. That'd be great. But so let us know what you like about our predictions, what you think you're going to see on Sunday. Drop it before Sunday, and then we'll come back on Tuesday and we'll record again and we'll talk about everything that we saw.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
Sounds good.
And I guess we just end it with go Patriots, kind of.
No, go Rams. I can't have the Patriots tie the Steelers in terms of total number of Super Bowl championships.
Okay. All right, fine. I say go Geeks.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Later, guys.
See ya.